Welcome to Coffee with the Port St. Lucie Council. I am Teresa Aronson from the St. Lucie County Chamber of Commerce. Welcome to our Christmas show. We're doing things a little bit differently today. We are going to start with our council representative, and that is, of course, Vice Mayor Jolene Caraballo. We were just reminiscing. December is sort of the first official month for everybody that gets sworn in an election year, and so you're starting your first official month, although you're sworn in November. And I think it's typical of everybody 2 weeks after the election for local officials. Constitutionals, though, oddly enough, in January. So congratulations.
Thank you very much.
Yes. So congratulations on your third term.
Yes.
And so what do you got planned for your third term?
Well, I mean, it kind of takes over you, doesn't it? More than you get to take over it.
Yeah.
We have a lot of things going on at the City of Port St. Lucie, so many fantastic things. As the city continues to grow, obviously everyone knows we have various challenges that we're dealing with, but I am really excited about working on the Walton and 1 project, which is in the District 4 area. Hopefully seeing that come to construction and fruition after 20, 30 years of challenges that property has had. So I'm really looking forward, especially because that's like been a long time coming.
And it's your district,
yes.
And I know that you're very passionate about that. I was going to say passionate, but you can say possessive. I won't say that. But just so everybody knows, for your own edification, Walton and 1, it has had many names. Mm-hmm. We called it the Mid-Florida Event Center area. We've called it Civic Center. We've called it the old, it was the cinema at one point. It was the movie theater area. Career Source was there at one point when it was called the Unemployment Center. I mean, it has been many, many, many things. My daughter went to dance class there.
I took my first driving test there.
Yes, it was the DMV at one point. But I think recently we've called it the Mid-Florida Event Center area. But we're calling it now, we're rebranding it Walton and 1. And what should we expect from the Walton and 1 project?
So keep in mind that it's still going to be the Mid-Florida Event Center where the actual event center is.
Yes.
And that's really all that was there. But now, as we continue to expand, there's going to be various types of functionality that can be used for the property. Nothing set in stone. We have a master plan. So the master plan does call for some residential. Mm-hmm. It also calls for a good amount of retail. My hope is to see what you're seeing, the more modern designs in cities where you have retail located on the first floor, similar to what you see like in a city place, with potential apartments or condos on the upper floors. There could be some more public use components, and there could be some private use components. Project Ebenezer is still on the table that we're reviewing.
Okay.
Can't really go into detail about that. And then a potential expansion of the Civic Center, of the Mid-Florida Event Center is a potential, as well as moving the current rec facility from there to create more room, and then creating a new building for the recreation facility, because it is heavily used. And so we want to make sure that we do what we can. I mean, we want a real convention center. There's also a potential hotel. I mean, there's a lot of great things, and restaurants. I mean, I'm excited about that. I live on the east side of the city. Mm-hmm. Love my West Coast people, my West Side people. And I love tradition. I love that area. Have fantastic restaurants, but I'm ready for some more stuff on the east side of the city. So I'm very excited about those potentials and those possibilities.
I think nationwide we're moving towards mixed use, as they call it, which is people do not want to drive, so they want to have residential and retail and restaurants and options right where they live. And that's very popular. If you go to bigger cities, like my daughter lives in Raleigh, and there's areas where there's, condos and restaurants and nightclubs and even bowling and cinemas all within walking distance. And we want that here too, right? And I see all the young people nodding, like, please don't make me drive, and give me everything I want right where I can. And even the older people too, when you retire, you want a golf cart your way over to the restaurant. So, I do too, really.
Well, I think we all do, but I think the challenge, obviously, for those that, how many are newer residents? Raise your hands. Last 5 years, okay.
Yeah.
So Port St. Lucie was a GDC community. It was $10 down, $10 a month, $1,000 lots, 69,000 lots, I believe. Mayor, correct, was originally platted in the GDC community. They were really looking to create single-family residential retirement type of a community.
With nothing else.
With nothing else. And the whole thought of actually building, instead of a sprawl, and building more of an actual area where you would have everything walkable wasn't the cool thing at that time.
No, this is the 60s, right?
Right.
So that it wasn't on the radar to have mixed use.
But, I recently watched a documentary, I would say in the last year, and it gave me a lot of insight about how to build a community in the terms of like just health. And so there's an actual documentary called Blue Zones. And what it studies is, blue zones means these are dots on a map, and there was like a blue area. And in that blue area was the number of centenarians that actually lived. So anyone that lived over 100 years. And so they began to study all the different individuals in these communities in Okinawa, parts of Europe, and even there's one group, I think, in California, that they were trying to understand why there's so many people that live past 100 years. And when you actually look at their communities, you can see why. Everything's very walkable. They have the ability to connect and have community. It becomes more family oriented, even if your family isn't there necessarily. You have a family within your village, so to speak. And then even the simple things like, we go to the gym, we exercise, or we try to exercise, and we drive ourselves to the gym. There is no gym for them. They actually, by cooking, by cleaning, by doing normal daily activities, going to walks after they eat, having a glass of wine, they promote that as well. Not that I would be opposed to that on a daily basis.
Yeah.
But I think it's just a very interesting way, and I think, as an elected official and being honored and privileged to have the opportunity to help shape the future, it's not just about creating, the facilities that people are excited to go, the amenities. It's also, to me, about caring for the community at the level of keeping them healthy. What are we doing to bring down the issues of obesity as a society? If I can do little things like that, too, that make an impact, I think they're small changes, but they're huge. In fact, I think the study showed they added 3 years. Within 2 years of the study, they added 3 to 5 years of life for each individual that actually went through the Blue Zone process in that community, which I thought was, who wants to live 5 more years? I wouldn't mind, especially being healthy.
Yeah, if you're healthy.
Yeah.
But yeah, there's something to be said for consistency too, right? So any kind of upheaval in your life can cause stress, which is the number one killer. So when you're consistent, you can stay in the same neighborhood and keep active in that neighborhood. You're not restricted by age and mobility issues. You're going to live longer. So it's a good thing. I love it. And hopefully we'll get there. Hopefully we'll get there within our lifetime too.
Yeah, Port St. Lucie is going to continue to evolve and change, and that's what I encourage people to understand is that everything's not going to happen overnight. Every voice is important. Every time we have an opportunity for the public to chime in, if you have the time, please chime in. It's really important to us. And, hopefully with good examples, tradition is a great example of how to build a great community. That is a master plan community and by developers. And so I think that's a great way to look at it. So how do we create and how do we recreate things that have similar amenities and similar connections in the parts that need to be essentially redeveloped in our community, which is on our side. So new stuff coming soon, hopefully, to all of us.
I love it.
So sorry to have my phone.
Yeah, we always have our phone, but it's not because we're texting with our friends, just so you know, we're not ignoring you, but it helps us to remember what it is we need to tell you.
Yes, I have important dates. So it is the holidays, and if you have time, on the 7th, we are going to have the Festival of Lights. It's a very exciting opportunity to come and watch the tree lighting. Santa is there every year. We're going to do our tree lighting, and then also usually we have fireworks. Mm-hmm. I see Christina in the back of the room. Will we have fireworks again this year, right, Christina? Fantastic.
There's no drought issues? Okay, perfect.
I'll let the city manager handle that.
Yeah. That is way above our pay grade. We are not making that call.
And the fire department.
Yeah.
Yes, it's going to be a fantastic time. And then also, do not forget, the Botanical Gardens and the Port District area is going to have the most amazing Christmas lights. They're going to be on select weekends. It's my goal to hopefully see us do it all the time, but on the weekends it's usually the busiest, so it will be a great place to come and take pictures. They have these huge displays where you can bring your whole family in and take pictures. We even have some by City Hall. I think we have like a big, I think we have one out here. It's a big like ornament And
Oh, you do?
Yeah, and I saw a picture of Pioneer Park, and they have a PSL and lights going over the Pioneer Park sign, which is a really cool.
Oh, I love it.
Yeah, I think those are good picture moments. And then I will be emceeing the PSL and Lights Party on Friday the 13th. And that's a really great event. That's when we actually judge and decide basically, or actually we don't decide. I think, is it after? We give them the awards after. In January. And so, but that's where we premiere the holiday lights. So there's a contest going on.
Okay.
And it's going on right now. Decorate your home, submit your submission to the city, and we may select your house as the PSL and Lights House of the Year.
Who is judging that? Because I feel like I'm judging something, and I don't remember if that's that.
It's usually the communications department, right?
Okay, so maybe that's not what I'm judging. I'm judging something coming
You
up.
probably will be at the PSL and Lights Party with me.
Okay.
We do have, I hope they're bringing it back this year. Last year they couldn't do it because we had a really bad rainstorm during the PSL and Lights Party, and we had a doggy or a pet dress-up contest.
Oh, how cute.
So hopefully they're bringing that back. That was really cute. I mean,
Okay.
I've seen birds dressed up, cats dressed up. It's a lot of fun.
Nice.
Yeah, so there are a lot of things going on. Go to the...
I've never dressed my dog up. I just have not done it, but maybe...
I've dressed my dog up
You
when I had a
have?
dog. But cats, when I see the cats, like
Yeah.
my cats would never let me
I think
dress
that's
them
a
up.
losing battle.
That's
That
like-
is not something I'm getting into.
Cats,
I don't have a
claws.
cat, but I think that's a losing battle.
No.
But yeah, I've not dressed my dog up though.
The bird, though, was the best, I think.
I love that idea.
And it
All
was
right.
on, like, one of
So
the dog's
that's
shoulders.
The 13th, December 13th.
Yes,
And
ma'am.
that has a little bit of a parade. And then.
Yes.
Yes. Okay. Because I am doing the parade. I do know
The
that.
parade is actually the Festival of Lights.
Okay. That's the.
Saturday.
Okay. Very good. So I'm doing that for sure.
Yeah.
All right.
Lots of firsts for you.
Yeah. I got talked into a lot of firsts. Welcome to politics, right? You
Yes.
get talked into a lot of things.
This is the fun part.
Yes, that it is the fun
This
part.
is the
So I'm
starting
looking
part.
forward to
I'll
that.
talk to you in about 2 years.
Okay. Yeah. And then the museum, the historical museum's
Yes.
doing some stuff. We're going to do some decorations, and we have an open house, right, Pat? So we're excited about that. So that's good. We're still looking for volunteers, and since I have the mic, and Pat's asked me to volunteer, and I haven't found time, so I'm going to make a call to the audience that we still need volunteers at the museum. So all our Del Webb guys, if you're looking for something to do, Pat really wants me to, and I can't find the time. So if you guys have time and want to volunteer at the museum, we need volunteers really bad. Very good. A lot of Christmas stuff going on. I have a few things too. They're out at the fair this year. They're going to have a drive-through tree farm sort of thing where everybody has decorations. We're going to have a chamber tree, and we're asking businesses to buy a bulb and decorate it, and we'll put it out there as well. So that's going to be a very first, a drive-through holiday out at the fairgrounds. They've never done that before, so I'm interested in doing that. And then, of course, there's a holiday donation drive. We will take, so every year, people tell me they're driving around town with donations in their trunk, and they don't know what to do with them. And I do the same thing. And so we've decided we will be the catch-all of all things donated. We'll find a home for it. I don't know what it is. We've seen some crazy things come in. But we work with a lot of nonprofits. Whatever it is you're trying to get rid of, bring it to the office. We'll find a home for it.
That's awesome.
Dogs, cats, food, whatever it is.
You're taking animals too?
Well, we will find a home for it.
Okay.
I have taken in turtles. I have taken in baby birds. I have found homes for everything. So whatever it is, no humans. Don't bring me humans. I do draw the line at humans. Don't bring me your children. But anything else, bring me, and we will find a home for it. So if you're willing to donate it. So that's
Awesome.
in the spirit of giving, whatever it is you're trying to get rid of and somebody else could use, we'll figure it out. All right?
All right.
What else is going on?
That's all I got time for today.
It is all you, oh yeah, it's 8:32, you
Yes.
gotta go. All right, so we're gonna take a break and we're gonna let our vice mayor get out of here.
Yep. One more thing. Merry Christmas. Happy New Year. Happy Kwanzaa. Happy Hanukkah. Love you guys.
All right, everybody, we're gonna take a break. We'll be right back with Sean Boyle from the Children's Services Council. Welcome back to Coffee with the Port St. Lucie Council. I'm Teresa Aronson, and I am now joined by our sponsor every other month. Of course, it is the Children's Services Council, and I'm joined by its CEO,
Sure, yeah. That is my title.
Yeah, well, why you act like it's not? You made me
Because
feel.
you hesitated,
I
so
did
made me
hesitate. I know. Mr. Sean Boyle, of course, is with us. And we have a lot. This is our Christmas show, as we mentioned, when Vice Mayor Jolene Caraballo was here. And so we have a lot going on.
Can I tell a story about that?
About what?
The Christmas show.
Of course.
So Sophia emailed me and said, hey, this is the Christmas show, so wear something Christmassy.
She did. She warned all of us, and
But
then
I couldn't
promptly
tell
forgot.
because it's in November, and I thought maybe you have a show in November. I don't want to show up too Christmassy and then find out it was like a joke. So I just wore red. But I do actually have a Christmas sport coat I could have wore.
You do?
But I'm at least a little bit more Christmassy, no offense, than you.
Whenever somebody says no offense, you
Totally
automatically
take offense.
take offense. But I have had a pink
You have gold on,
Christmas.
though. You have
I
a little
feel like
gold.
this is very celebratory, right?
It is, it is.
Yeah, pink is very Florida Christmas, right?
That's right.
Also, she did text me and she did remind me, and then I promptly got up and forgot about it because I have like 1,000 things today, and then I try to remember what. And I just wore my red sport coat for something else Christmassy that I had to do, another show. I just did another show and wore it, so I don't know. I didn't want to be all my Christmas shows in December with the same outfit, right? Because I do 3 different shows. I only have so many
And
Christmas.
we just skipped right over Thanksgiving. We could have dressed up like turkeys or something.
I could have. I think I might have worn orange for a couple of things, but yeah. So then it's very difficult because I don't have a wardrobe, budget, and I have 3 different shows, and I have to, it's me wearing the same
You're the
outfit.
queen of cable access
Yes,
shows,
yes,
right? And
yes.
you do not have a wardrobe
I
budget?
don't. I have no sponsor for my wardrobe for my cable access shows.
This is ask for one right now.
Who do we got? We have Chico's, maybe a TJ Maxx.
Yeah, there you go.
Yeah.
Marshall's just opened up in St. Lucie West
Mm-hmm.
somewhere.
And frankly, I'd take any one of them, to be honest with you. So, yeah.
I derailed us. I apologize.
It's normal. They're used to it. They've been here before. Most of them have been here before, so they expect that. We have a ton of beautiful flyers, very colorful, beautiful Christmas flyers in front of us. So which one do we want to talk about first? This is a duplicate, so let's do this one first.
All right, let's do that one.
So we have in December, although it's very early in December, it's December 4th, so you only have 3 days to sign up for this one. It's the Award and Impact Update Luncheon for Children's Services Council. Now, here's the thing. Why do people care about this, right? And that's always the question. Why do you want to come out? Because I don't think people understand how children's services impacts the average person, that just lives and works here, right? Like, why do I care about Children's Services Council? I don't have kids, or I'm retired here. I live in Del Webb. Why do I care about the Children's Services Council?
Oh, that's a legitimate question? Or do you want them to show up to the luncheon and we'll explain that? I'm joking.
I think we tell them now.
I think partly because the work that we do at the Children's Services Council supporting 54 nonprofits that reach, by the way, we have our updated data, 62,000 children in St. Lucie County. One, it's an economic engine.
It is.
400, I believe it's 456 jobs provided through the funding through the Children's Services Council in our community. But more importantly, or just as importantly, if you're a working parent, you probably are interested in child care or after school care, or that there's school nurses, or that there's support or in tutoring help, for example, to help with reading. All those resources are provided by the Children's Services Council funding. But also, when we look at our community indicators, we want to make sure that our education environment is good, and we want to make sure our community is safe. So when we look at safety, we're looking at juvenile crime, child abuse. All those major indicators that we track are all significantly down.
So what's interesting about the city of Port St. Lucie is it is a scatterlot community, which means we don't really have neighborhoods of economic, disparages, or we're all blended, right? We're all just sort of one, and so we have everything everywhere. And these programs keep kids off the street. It's one of your priorities. And so we all benefit from that. These programs keep kids off the streets because, as you know, idle hands, right?
Well, let's do all 5 of them, right?
Okay.
So we make sure every baby's a healthy baby, and we'll talk about that at the luncheon. We stop child abuse before it happens, keep kids off the streets, keep them in school, and keep them drugs, alcohol, and other risky behaviors. And think about that, whether you have children or you don't have children, we all want our streets safe, right?
Yeah.
We want all our kids in school, and we all want them to not be using drugs or becoming pregnant.
And we are one of the safest large cities in America, and part of that is because we have programs like this that educate kids and keep kids off the streets, which in turn keeps all of you safe and improves your property values, right? So that is why the Children's Services Council affects you, and you can learn more about that and how you support it, because all homeowners in St. Lucie County help to support this program, and we voted 86% to 14% voted to keep it here because we understand how it improves all of our lives, not just those with children.
So at the luncheon on December 4th, from 11:30 to 1:30, encourage everybody to buy a ticket and attend. We will go over, we're very much a data-rich organization.
Yeah.
We have all of our end-of-year data. We're going to present aggregately what everybody accomplished, but we're also going to give out some awards.
And it's interesting, and you get to hobnob with a bunch of community leaders, so I always encourage people to go. So, it sells out, to be honest with you, so.
Oh, good. That's good to hear.
Yeah, it almost always sells out. We're in that beautiful room at IRSC, the Pruitt campus. It's probably one of the most beautifully done rooms to do a luncheon in all of St. Lucie County, I must say. The audio, visual, all that stuff is very nice. So come join us. And you can buy tickets online. You don't have to be a member. You can buy tickets online and join us.
And the awards, I just want to say the awards, we give out one to a business, and then we give out some people that work in the nonprofit world. But we also make this, and you've been to it, this is our third annual together. We make it very interactive. So you're not going to just sit there and listen to us. I mean, we're going to talk, obviously, but we make it interactive. So we encourage everybody to come out.
And Sounds of the Season, which is open to the public as well.
Yeah, so everybody, Christmas is right around the corner. Some of us dress that way. Some of us, I'm just kidding.
This is very Florida Christmas, right?
Look, wait. This is how we tease each other.
Yes.
So this is our 12th annual Sounds of the Season concert. As I mentioned before, we've run 54 programs that reach over 60,000 children. On December 20th at the Sunrise Theater, and it's a free concert. It's our 12th time doing it. We highlight performers in our program. So the Boys and Girls Club, Pace Center for Girls, we have Fabiola here.
Yep.
Pace Center for Girls, Future Generations Drumline, the Lindsay School of the Arts, Boys and Girls Club, and we have an End It, of course, and we have a new performer, Zoe Live. They're going to perform a free concert. All families are welcome, and tickets are available currently at the Sunrise Theater. Typically, it does kind of sell out, even though the tickets are free.
Yeah.
So we encourage everybody to grab their tickets. 1,200 tickets will go out. We expect a full house, and we encourage the audience to give every performance a standing ovation. Can you imagine being 10 years old, practicing for 3 months, and then stepping foot on the stage of the Sunrise Theater? There's a lot of nerves there and a lot of excitement, and the audience typically gives them so much love back. It's the greatest experience.
It is. And the Sunrise Theater is really, it's a beautiful venue. How many of you have been to the Sunrise Theater? Yeah, it's such a beautiful venue. You get kind of caught up, right? And you get to go for free. That's the one and only time you get to go for free. Actually, for Young Floridian Awards, too, but we don't have too much entertainment. I think we have the Drumline comes for Young Floridian, which is pretty amazing.
It's a good time. We also encourage, if you attend, to bring, and you don't have to, but if you can, bring a new or gently used children's book, because we in turn collect those books and give them out to our programs. We gave out about 12,000 books last year to families that need books in their homes to encourage reading through our Bookman and our St. Lucie Reads effort. So if you can come, please grab your ticket. If you're fortunate enough to be able to bring a book, a new or gently used one, and it's going to be a great time. Myself and our COO are the MCs, which is kind of entertaining, I think.
Yeah.
And we got a couple of surprises in line, and hopefully everybody can turn out.
Very nice. I think, what else do we have? Is that it?
Oh, I mentioned, this is, I get a little bit in the weeds. If there's anybody out there that runs a nonprofit organization and you're thinking about impacting kids, we have 2 grant applications available.
That are open this year. Okay.
One is for, I know it sounds weird, it's November, but we're already thinking about the summer. So a summer learning application, which is for summer camps, but they have to have some type of learning component to encourage either learning and or career exploration.
Yes.
But don't make it like school, because no kid will come to school in the summer, so you got to make it fun. But we do that because we know in some households, if they don't get some type of education in the summer, they fall behind their peers. They go the whole school year behind. The next summer comes again, it compounds, and they just fall further and further behind. It's called the summer learning slide. So we encourage anybody that's interested in providing services for kids in the summer, that application is available. And then our other category that is open for competition is the making sure every baby's a healthy baby.
Very good, very good. So, and you don't open those applications every year. This is the
That
two.
category rotates.
Yeah,
Yes.
this is the two. All right. Thank you for that, and thank you for
course.
sponsoring, as always. I want to thank, of course, Michael at Steamworks Coffee for being here with us, as he always is. So this event is open to the public. It's free. It's at the community center. We do it every third Tuesday, and I think we're going to skip. No, do we skip December? I don't know. We don't? Oh, okay. Wayne from Del Webb,
Yes,
one of our
yes.
audience. He comes here faithfully and loyally.
He does.
He's not staff.
He should be on the payroll.
He's not
I'm
on the
just
show.
saying.
He just comes every month without
answered
fail.
that question.
He answered for me. Gus didn't know. My staff didn't know. I didn't know. The sponsor didn't know.
But
my viewers know.
Let's ask him though. What's the theme? It can't be Christmas because this is
It's
supposed to be the
January.
Okay.
Yeah. Thank you, Wayne. Without him, I don't know what we'd do. So, okay, very good. So we will be back in January, third Tuesday of the month. So I appreciate that. And thank you to all of you for coming out. I appreciate that as well. And with that, we'll say goodbye, and we'll see you next month, everybody.